At the Ripley Central School in Ripley, New York, teachers are using Reading Foundation centers every day to strengthen fundamental literacy skills for all of their students.
At our district, we are committed to literacy. After looking at our data, we realize that our students are well below where they should be, and so it's essential to integrate that skill work into our ELA block. We use the Reading Foundation Literacy Centers with our 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. We have class sizes that range from 12 to 32 students with 2 teachers in the classroom.
Okay, guys, please notice that
We wanted to find out how Reading Foundation centers work in a large class, so we joined teacher Kondrick and her partner Ericka Meredith and their 32 6th graders.
With the Common Core standards, a lot of the work that is expected from our students is deep thinking and higher level thinking. Reading Foundation centers allow us to address the nuts and bolts of what the students need. We can address fluency, word work, their comprehension of text. We have 5 literacy centers: Show the Rule, Fluency, Word Work, Complex Text, and Independent Reading. We can't do all the centers every day, so we divide that almost into an A and B week. So one week we'll address 3 of those, and the next week we'll address 1 from the previous week, and then the other 2.
The students were divided into 3 groups, and they rotated through 3 Reading Foundation centers over the course of their 60-minute language arts block. Karen began with a mini lesson for the Reading Foundation Center, Show the Rule.
First thing we have you do is take your Show the Rule journal out. Sometimes we're going to start with the whole class together and give them a mini lesson so that their work in the small groups runs a little more smoothly.
The teachers walked through the Show the Rule activity, which involved writing a story using a specific rule of grammar. Today's rule focused on dialogue. After a mini lesson, the students were given pictures to inspire their stories.
It's our chance to implement a grammar lesson.
The students were now prepared to work in the Show the Rule Center independently, freeing up both teachers to supervise other centers.
Okay, guys, we would like groups 3 and 4. You're in complex text. That's the front of the room.
In the Show the Rule Center, the students used the photos they selected in the mini lesson to inspire story writing.
We keep a Show the Rule journal. We write the rule down. This week we were working on dialogue, and we would highlight those dialogues to show the character traits and show our teachers that we understood the rule.
For St. Winifred's well will heal me. When I come back, I will have no need of a heavy cloak to conceal me. In Fluency Center, what we do is we read a poem, and we have these partners. They would basically give you feedback on what you did, like expressions in volume, pace, and accuracy.
And your volume was really good, and you had good expression.
Poems are a good choice for fluency practice because there's a lot of figurative language, there's a lot of words they're not familiar with, and it oftentimes has a rhyme and a rhythm that they have to use their prosody for.
Yeah. On the other side right here, you will swell a little bit. And then
I took some notes from my partner's advice, and I think I'll be able to get it right next time.
For word work, the activity focused on developing vocabulary strength.
We did some Greek root words and like Latin words and all that, just to know so we know our roots. You would have a part of the root, and you'd have to add on words that go with the description.
So what do we do when we do complex text? What is our procedure?
you read to us first, and then we read to ourselves.
Why do I read it to you first?
So we can understand it more.
Complex text is a chance for us to give the students practice with close reading. Conquering fear itself. During the dark days of the Depression, Americans turned to... The texts we choose are often based on the content of what we're reading in ELA.
Students use close reading strategies, such as annotating the text and writing the gist of each paragraph in the margin.
Few segments of society in the U.S. I structure the text-based questions, simple to more complex. They build confidence from the easier questions, and then they can use that evidence when they're moving further up to the more complex questions. So why do you think it's important that Roosevelt is telling them it's not about the mere possession of money? Lauren?
Because the bank crashed, and it's during the Great Depression.
During the Great Depression. What else do you want to add to that, Hannah?
You don't have to have money to achieve great things.
He talks about achievement in there. What does he mean? The Common Core standards ask us to have students read voraciously. And I think that if we value reading in the classroom, they're going to value reading outside of the classroom. You throw in some accountability, and the students, a lot of my students walk away saying how much they love reading now. Assessment in the Reading Foundation's work is ongoing. We do it anecdotally a lot through what they're doing and having conversations with them, but we also do a more formal assessment at the end of each week. I try to make time to sit down with every student and have a face-to-face conversation so they have an opportunity to tell me what they're doing well at and what they think they need work on.
I think I got a 4.
That does not affect their grade, but it gives the students and I goals for what they need to work on.
It lies in the joy of achievement, in the thrill of creating. I think literacy centers are really helping me with reading because at the beginning of the year I was at a low reading level, but I have improved a lot.
With Here with Comfrey, or The White of an Egg, an eelskin take. Last year I really wasn't into reading because I really didn't understand it. This year has helped me get in understanding it more and making me want to read more.
My advice for other teaching colleagues is to take the time to look into the Reading Foundation resources, be creative with the time in your schedules, and the rewards are well worth the time you're going to spend up front.